Hey everyone, it's Ken Scott, Senior U.S. Immigration Law Intelligence Analyst with www.usentryWaiverServices.com, and we resolve all of your USA border crossing issues. And I'm having to redo this video right now because the fact that a few minutes ago, this video is on sworn statements, and there was some info here that I didn't blacken out. So I've caught it all now. So let's try this again. Now, when you guys get these 5-year bans, and when you guys get denied entry, quite often they have to do a sworn statement against you. And the thing is, because I'm a former American law enforcement officer in Washington State and a former federal officer in Washington State, and I formerly worked for the system, we used to enforce these laws on a daily basis. And I actually got hired to work at this Sumas border. And there's a story behind that, which I won't go into. This incident happened at the Sumas border. And I want to show you guys what a sworn statement looks like. Okay, yeah, so this is blacking out enough. You guys you won't really see anything. So when you guys get these 5-year bans or whatever, they're going to do what's called a record of sworn statement in administrative proceedings. And I've blackened out the names there, all identifying info. That Sumas is just a port number, 309, that's nothing. So they have to read to you this narrative. I'm an officer of the United States Department of Homeland Security, authorized by law to administer oaths and take testimony in connection with the enforcement of the immigration and nationality laws of the United States. I desire to take your sworn statement regarding your admission to the USA. Do you understand what I've just read? The person said yes. Any statement you make must be given freely and voluntarily. Now you guys need to pay attention to this one. I'm going to say it again. Any statement you make must be given freely and voluntarily. What does that mean? That means the sworn statements you guys are giving these guards are your own free will, and you do it on a voluntary basis. Are you willing to answer my questions at this time? That's yes or no. If you know, and we're not going to give legal advice or any of that stuff about this, but we're going to show you how they use this material against you, and then you can decide what you wish to do. And do you swear or affirm that all the statements you're about to make are true and complete? Yes. Yada, yada. What's your true and correct name? Ken Scott. What's your correct date of birth? January 1st, 2010. I'm joking about that part, guys. And relatives, yes. What's your current address? 101 Main Street, Surrey, BC. There's no Main Street here. How long have you, that's fine. Let me get to the good parts here. Let me fix this up a bit more. Have you ever traded narcotics for favors, other forms of compensation? Yes. And it says right here, let me do this. Okay, yep. Okay. So what they have to do to you guys, they have to read to you, they're going to hand you the actual statute regarding illegal drugs. So I'm trying to keep this in layman's terms so it's easier for people to understand. Like the CFR, the Code of Federal Regulations, Title 21. And you guys can briefly look at it and make sure that this is still okay. Oh, let me fix this up. Okay, I'm gonna leave this up here for a minute or two. You guys can kind of see this, make sure it's fine. Okay. Possession of a scheduled substance, and that's the statute they're going to read off to you. And you're either going to say yes or no to the questions. It's a yes or no question. And I apologize for the paper floating around. I'm just trying to get it all in. But you guys can freeze that frame and just read through it if you want. So I'm just going to go over it quickly. Possession of a substance authorized in section yada, 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 yada. No person may possess a substance including schedule 1, 2, 3, or 4 from a practitioner unless the person discloses, yada, 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 yada. Do you understand this? Yes. You understand that under the law, you're not supposed to have any controlled substances without proper authorization. That's BS, but whatever. According to Title 21 of the Code of Federal Regulations, marijuana, yada, yada, yes. According to yada, you in violation, yes. So they have to read this stuff to you, and you have to say yes or no. And basically, when they do that, the really good one here is this. If you ever use narcotics or drugs of any type, and I'm not going to tell you what the person put here, but I'm going to just change some of it around. Cocaine. I haven't used cocaine in 4 months. Okay, I started using cocaine at the age of 15. It doesn't quite say that here, but it's close. Have you ever used narcotics or recreational drugs while in the USA? Yes. What did you use? I used cocaine there. Where? At a few parties. Okay. Have you ever used, oh, I said that already. Have you ever grown your own marijuana? Yes, I have. Okay. Have you ever, when was the last time you used cocaine? I used it on such and such date. When's the last time you sold cocaine? I sold it on such and such date. How many times have you sold cocaine? I sold it such and such time. How much money did you make selling it? I made $3,500. Okay. But sir, are we saying 3,500 in 1 day or 1 month? No, 1 hour. Oh, okay. It says something similar but different here to that, but it is a dollar amount down here. And he's also asking, the guard's asking, who did you sell it to? I sold it to friends and people who they brought over. And why would people bring you customers for cocaine sales? Because those people would get a discounted rate on their cocaine sold to them. Okay. Now this person's voluntarily admitting all this stuff. Okay, here we go. Because you are an alien who has admitted using drugs, and because you admitted also to trafficking, I'm just making it simple, guys. You are inadmissible under section 212A2A, I-22, and also 212A2C. A2C is trafficking of the Immigration Nationality Act. Do you understand? Yes. In the future, if you choose to seek admission to the USA, you must obtain a waiver. Oh, you must obtain a waiver. You must also. If
you are obsessive compulsive, press 1 repeatedly. If you are codependent, ask someone to press 2 for you. If you have multiple personalities, press 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sorry. You must submit documentation to receive a waiver for future missions. Yes, you understand? Yes. Were you forced or coerced to answer any of my questions? No. And then at the very end of it, the guards will have you sign. And before I show you what it looks like, let me just do this. Okay, so scratch that. Let me just scratch through the signatures as well. Okay, guys, so the very last page of this one statement has this. So I'm gonna do it like this. You guys can freeze the frames and just read it in detail if you want. So the top of it's gonna look like that. And the bottom of it is going to look like this. So basically, they have to get you to sign. They have to get the officer that gave you the questions to sign, and they also have to get a witness to sign. So they're very procedural. this stuff. It's also called procedural due process. I won't bore you guys with the details. So then what happens is once they have this actual sworn statement against you guys, this is what they use to turn around to give you guys either the 5-year bans, the deportations or whatever, for the deportations and also the bans. And when they just send you home, there's another document called Record of Deportable Alien. And it lists also the narrative of why you were there and what happened. So, and again, guys, I'm skimming over a lot of stuff because I don't want to bore you guys with material. And I'm not giving the discount waiver companies any info they can use because a lot of those discount waiver companies and lawyers, they don't know what they're doing. So when they get these cases like this, they often, very often they get denied. And then we can turn them around, but then we got to charge more to turn it around because we have to undo the damage that they've done. And the thing is with us, because like I said, because we used to work for the system, we know what needs to be seen. And we know how these guards, I hate to call them guards, but how these officers are going to view it. So we always make sure you have the best possible presentation available to ensure that you get cleared, because we have a 99 to 100% success rate. So it fluctuates between 99 and 100. We're trying to keep it at 100, but it just can't fully maintain 100. But the lowest it does go for us is, the very lowest it will go is 98%. The highest will be 100. So it's always around that 99 to 100. So, but now we know what, how can I say it? Now we know, no, I shouldn't even say it like that. Let's just say that we know how to clear it. I'll say it that way, because before we've obtained the criteria that they actually use to adjudicate these cases, waiver applications / cases to get cleared. So essentially, once you had the just imagine this is the, let's do it this way. Just imagine this is the criteria that we have. So it's okay. So this is a waiver case right here, let's say. It's okay, it's a waiver case, okay. So that, so we'll look at that, it's okay. Like back and forth, it's okay. Oh, wait a minute, so wait a minute, we gotta, I'll tell the guys, wait a minute, we this has to be changed around. He said, why? I said, because such and such. I said, okay. It's okay, yeah, it's okay. Okay, yeah. Also, oh, wait a minute. This has to be fixed. Doesn't, I said, why? Well, it doesn't match the criteria. I said, oh, okay. So, okay. Okay, yeah. So let me see what else is in here. What does this say? What does this say? Because we do the letter as a reference as well. We do the client's actual letter of explanation as well, because all that stuff is part of the big package, and it has, all that stuff has to match the criteria that these guards, that these officers at the ARO use to approve you. So if it doesn't match the criteria, you will not get approved. And I'm not talking about issues like Willie, the warehouse worker from Winterpeg, who stole a car at 19, now he's 60. I don't mean Willie. I'm talking about the guys who had the more serious stuff, the washing the money, moving the bricks, so to speak. Stuff that's higher on the food chain. I'm not talking about the lower food chain stuff. We're actually shying away from like the lower food chain type waiver cases, only because the fact that the lower type cases, a lot of those people just don't have any money, it seems like. In certain parts of Canada, they don't have the money. Like we had a location in Winnipeg, but we shut that one down because they don't have any money out there. No offense to Winnipeg, but they don't have any money. So it is what it is. And Ontario, we may eventually go out there. A lot of parts of Ontario, a lot of those people don't have the money as well. They're surrounded by discount waiver companies who rip them off and screw them. So, and then when we tell them we can turn it around, oh, that's the Surrey manager just walked in. I'm just doing the video on sworn statements. You'll say hi to the camera if you want. Oh, I guess he doesn't. The people, they're gonna think I'm mental, think I'm talking to the air.
Oh no, I'm here.
Okay. So you guys heard it. You guys know I'm not talking just to the air. So anyway, guys, so that's the video on sworn statements. So the bottom line is, give us a shout at 888-908-3841, and we can get you cleared. www.usentry-waiver-services.com. And again, remember, we resolve all the complex USA border crossing issue type waiver cases and more. So yeah, it's more stuff we do than that, but I don't want to bore you guys anymore. But you got to remember, whenever you see this, you guys see this, this is the kiss of death, in a sense that these are never, guys, these are never done in your favor. These are always used against you. Now, it might be used against you in a small way or a large way, but 101 times out of 100, this is used against you. This is why they do it. They have to do this. They have to get the info documented properly so they can use it against you. If it's not documented, it never happened. That's what they told us in the academy. They said if it's not documented, it never happened. They were always, the instructors were always like, document, document, document. And even now to this day, when I go to sleep, sometimes I wake up, I hear the words document, document, document. It's okay. Document, document, document. And again, guys, they have to document, document, document against you. And this is what they do. This is never in your favor. So, and these are voluntary. So once you guys do these, and then you come back and I look at it, we'll get you turned around. But when you see the amount of work it takes to turn it around, and you know, it won't make, some people, it won't make them happy. But when the day's over, again, you guys voluntarily did this. And you know, I'm not blaming you personally, but you guys have to take the responsibility of knowing you voluntarily did these. So yeah, but we can turn it around, so it's fine, but it takes a lot of work. So anyways, I'll sign off now. And in the words of my Vulcan colleague, live long and prosper.